How to master English on your own. No teacher needed. Hey there, and welcome to the Everyday English, the podcast that's here to guide, motivate, and empower all of you learning a language without a classroom, without a tutor, and most importantly, without limits. I'm your host, Alex, and today we're diving deep into one of the most common and, let's be honest, frustrating questions every English learner asks themselves. How do I actually improve my English if I'm studying alone? You've probably been there. You're motivated, you're ready to learn, you've got some apps downloaded, maybe a grammar book or two, but then progress feels slow. You wonder if you're doing something wrong. Maybe you feel stuck. If that sounds like you, don't worry, you're not alone. And the truth is, you can absolutely master English on your own. You just need the right tools, the right mindset, and a strategy. So today, we're going to walk through 9 powerful strategies that can dramatically improve your English, even without a teacher. These are not random tips. They're tried, tested, and they work. I'll also share some personal insights and real-life examples along the way. So grab a cup of coffee, get comfortable, and let's get started. All right, let's start with something that might sound super simple, but it's insanely powerful. Reading out loud. I know. Sounds like something you'd do in 3rd grade, right? But listen. When you read out loud in English, you're doing 3 things at once. You're improving your pronunciation. You're training your ear to recognize correct intonation, and you're gaining confidence in using your voice in English. Here's a tip. Pick a short news article or a paragraph from a novel. Read it out loud slowly. Then, find an audio version or a video where a native speaker says the same thing. Compare. Record yourself. Notice the differences. This is how actors train their voice, and guess what? You can use the same method to train your English. Next, tip number 2. Engage with English media. And no, I don't just mean watching Netflix with English subtitles while half scrolling on your phone. I'm talking about intentional listening. Podcasts, songs, YouTube videos, news segments. There's a whole world of English content out there. Use it. And more importantly, engage with it. Don't just watch. Pause, repeat, mimic. Keep a notebook nearby. Write down new phrases. Try to guess the meaning from context before looking it up. And hey, if you're into K-dramas or anime, find versions dubbed in English or with English subtitles. Language learning should be fun, not a punishment. Let English become part of your daily life, like music in the background of your day. Now, let's talk about writing. Daily writing is your secret weapon. Why? Because when you write, you're not just learning vocabulary. You're learning how to think in English. Start small. A personal diary. A few sentences a day. What did you do? How did you feel? What did you learn today? And here's a cool bonus. Idea. Write fiction. Invent a character and describe their day. Why? Because when you use your imagination, you activate parts of your brain that make the language stick more. Don't worry about grammar being perfect. Just write, then go back, read it later, and see what you'd fix. That's growth. Okay, so now, you're reading out loud, listening like a pro, and writing every day. Let's throw something super practical into the mix. Flashcards. Yes, good old flashcards. But we're in 2025 now, so you've got options. Apps like Anki, Quizlet, or even sticky notes on your fridge. Create cards with new words, phrases, idioms, questions you want to remember for conversations. Set a goal, 10 new cards per week. And don't just review. Say the words out loud. Use them in sentences. Draw little pictures if you're a visual learner. Make it yours. Let's move into speaking, because this is where many learners feel stuck. You're studying by yourself, so how the heck do you practice speaking? Easy. You talk to yourself. And no, it's not weird. In fact, it's genius. Start narrating your actions in English. You're cooking dinner? Say out loud, "I'm chopping onions. Now I'm boiling water." You're brushing your teeth? Say it too. This is real-life language use, and don't stop there. Try using language. Apps like HelloTalk or Tandem. Find people who are learning your native language, and you can both help each other out. Speaking, even virtually, keeps your brain actively forming sentences. That's fluency in action. Tip number 6. Record yourself. Now, I know nobody likes hearing their own voice. But this is powerful stuff. Recording yourself helps you hear your mistakes, track your progress, and boost your confidence. You'll start to say, "Whoa, I sound better than last time." And that's super motivating. Create weekly audio logs in English. Just talk about your week. Then listen back. Notice improvements. This is your personal archive of progress. Let's get a little more advanced now. Tip number 7 is called shadowing. It's simple, but not easy. You listen to a native speaker say something, and you repeat it at the same time. So let's say you're watching a TED Talk. Play one sentence and try to repeat it with the speaker. Same rhythm, same tone, same pace. It's hard, but it's incredibly effective. You start to feel the natural flow of the language. Your pronunciation gets sharper. You sound more native. Try it with movie dialogues, interviews, even audiobooks. Tip number 8 is about turning your life into a language classroom. That's right. Incorporate English into your daily routines. Change your phone to English. Label your fridge items in English. Listen to English podcasts while cleaning. Make English your second environment. Because fluency isn't just about studying, it's about living the language. If you do 50 small things a day in English, that's better than one long grammar lesson a week. Trust me. And finally, tip number 9. Set goals. You can't hit a target you can't see, so make your goals specific and measurable. Instead of saying, "I want to be fluent," try, "I want to learn 20 new words this week," or "I will finish one podcast episode every day," or "I will write 100 words in English every night before bed." Celebrate those small wins, because each one gets you closer to the big dream. So, let's recap. You don't need a classroom. You don't need a fancy degree. What you need is a voice, a notebook, a pair of headphones, and the belief that you can do this. Learning English alone isn't lonely when you realize that thousands of others around the world are walking the same path, maybe even listening to this podcast right now, just like you. So keep reading aloud, keep writing, keep speaking to yourself, keep recording, shadowing, listening, living, and growing. You've got this. Thanks for listening to Everyday English. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment and share it with a friend who's on the same journey.